You're suffering from a heel spur and experience excruciating pain whenever you put your foot down? I'll give you 2 exercises and 2 foam rolling massages, and you'll probably feel much better after only 1 session. Heel spurs are rather common, and I'm always baffled about the medieval methods that are used to ease heel spur pain. Some slip-in shoe inserts with punched-out holes for the spur to be suspended, or some wear very soft shoes. All that, of course, does not address the root cause. What is responsible for a heel spur? It's very simple. Here you see the sole of a foot with muscles and fascia that are attached to the heel or forefoot, the toes, depending on the muscle involved. And if there's too much tension on them, the tendon pulls too much on the bone, in this case the heel bone, and that creates a cavity that is then invaded by so-called osteoblasts or bone-building material, and they form a spur. And most common therapies assume that it's the spur itself that hurts. But that's a big mistake. It is not the spur itself that hurts, but the bone skin of the spur. And this is where you can find very sensitive pain receptors that are activated and trigger pain. And if you deactivate those receptors, you still have the spur, but the pain will subside or even vanish. And that's a fact we use by doing certain exercises. Ina, let's start with the first exercise. Please, we're going to step to the wall. First, we're going to reduce the tensions in the calf and the area around your foot. Step back with your right foot. Let's say you have a heel spur here, for example. Step back as much as you can. We've got one problem here. You're wearing socks, and the hardwood floor is slippery, so let me put my foot down here to stop that backslide. If you have carpeting at home, you can do this exercise barefoot or in socks. With hardwood floors, wear shoes with an anti-skid sole or without socks. Look for the best solution that works for you. Then stretch your calf as much as you can and move your foot back to the point. Let it slide a bit, where your heel is about to lift off the floor. Now you turn your foot and leg in a way to increase the stretching pain. Change the angle a bit and then move your leg to have the stretch go directly into your heel spur. Sometimes you achieve that right away. Other times you just settle with a point that offers the strongest stretch, even if it doesn't actually go right to the spur. Now, bend your knee a bit, and that changes the stretch immediately. Before you could feel it here, even in the sole of your foot, but mostly here in your calf. But then it disappears here and starts down there. Do that for 2.5 minutes, and then slowly try out different angles. Ina's rather extreme here. Don't be surprised if you can't do that, because this is a question of ongoing practice. That wraps up our first exercise. Moving on to the second one. Ina, please sit down on the mat. So you sit down on a mat, extend your legs, and if it's the right foot, you have to pull back your right foot, but at the same time also bend your toes over backwards. Get them in this position here. I hope you could see what I mean. Ina, try it yourself. You're pulling your forefoot backwards towards your knee as much as you can so that you create tension here. Make sure to vary the angles, inwards, outwards, so that you can increase tensions in the sole of the foot. And with your hand, you pull your toes back hard and then down, creating tension, yeah? And you increase that, build up more and more tension for 2.5 minutes. There's a variant of that exercise you might want to do. You could do either one, depending on which one gives you more stretching pain. Under 10 on your personal pain scale, but more stretching pain. So let's assume a runner's starting position, like this. One foot in the front, move the right foot forward a bit more, lift your knee. And it's important that the angle is set in a way that not only your toes are bent backwards, but the sole of your foot is being stretched as well. And depending on how you shift your weight and play around with the angle of your foot, here in the sole or close to the heel spur, you are going to feel a stretching pain that is more or less pronounced. And the position where this pain is the strongest is the right one for this exercise. Now, those are our two exercises, and let's move on to the foam rolling massage. We're going to start standing up. Let's, Ina, turn you sideways to the camera. Now, step with your right forefoot and your toes onto the roller and start rolling very slowly forward over the roller. Great. And now make sure that you put your weight on it and then roll slowly until your toes touch the floor. Keep going till you touch the floor. And at that point, you can start crawling forward using your toes. Stop here. Now you're at a spot that's probably rather tender and painful, so stay under 10 on your personal pain scale. But now, millimeter by millimeter, roll towards the back of your sole. And depending on where your spur sits, more in the middle or on the edges, you change the angle of your foot so that you could roll right across the spur. Stay under 10, but the closer you are to the spot that hurts, the better. And then move towards your heel. Use your toes for crawling forward. Great. And try to apply as much rolling pressure on the heel area that hurts and squeeze out the tissue there really thoroughly. Now you could stop and sit down again. The second foam rolling massage. Now we're going to use the left foot for demonstration. And take the mini ball, the smaller one that is, and put it directly on the spot that hurts due to heel spur. Always stay under 10 on your personal pain scale. Place the ball on the painful area and apply enough pressure using spiraling motions to thoroughly press out the tissue there. And that activates your metabolism in there, relaxes everything. The exercises before have stretched the fascia open really well and also sent soothing signals to your body so that this entire area can relax. And normally, after only one go, the whole situation improves markedly. Do that for 6 days a week and the stretching exercises for 2.5 minutes. There's actually no time limit for the foam rolling massage. You just do it while you're watching TV or having a chat. That way you can save time. Well, that was how to treat a heel spur to bring immediate relief. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out on anything. And please share these videos. Tell people where they can find them so that they can help themselves and use the videos to show them the way. Bye, and thank you. See you soon.